Hi, this is Lisa. Welcome to my channel, Keeper of the Keys Tarot and Numerology. I am a psychic medium and tarot card reader. The numerology aspect of it seems to speak strongest to me from spirit. I am able to, read people's numerological profiles and deliver out information very much like an astrologist would offer your astrologic chart. Today, the focus of the reading I'm going to do using the tarot cards is on people born on either the 7th, 16th, or 25th of the month, I was going to say of any given month or year. That number is called your day force. I feel for some, you may be more focused on life path. It's definitely a more commonly used term in numerology. It is, however, an energy that you tend to grow into as you get older. We seem to have younger and younger people tuning in to find out more through tarot as well as numerology. And sometimes your life path number is not something that you resonate with completely as a younger person, whereas even an older person too, who may not be really in touch with your life purpose and your soul's purpose during this incarnation, you may not also know too much or feel too strongly toward your life path. But your day force is very indicative of your personality, your talents, your strengths and weaknesses, and just like that flavor that you bring to any social interaction. When you walk in the room, people can feel your day force or birthday energy of number 7. So we're going to do some readings to advise those people, again, born on the 7th, the 16th, or 25th of any given month or year. We're going to start by focusing on our number 7s. So as I'm getting ready to do this shuffle and read, 7 is a really spiritual number. It's a number of somebody who really, really goes within, and I always call these people secret geniuses because they're so quiet sometimes that people don't even really know what they know. They don't always tip their hand about what they're thinking. They very well may be going in very deeply. They may also be very misunderstood by those around them because they can vacillate between wanting that social connection with people and also needing to retreat and get that private time to themselves. So we'll see a little bit of what's going on with our very soulful number 7s. And the first card that I did put down was the bottom of the deck, and I believe an overall energy for this read. We do have the 4 of Wands in reverse. So there may be an issue with somebody questioning themselves and saying, what is it that I need to do to get myself in alignment with creating happy foundations in my life? Foundations that matter. Like I'm kind of getting in essence, like some people that may be a little bit growing tired of like the dating game or the single life, or people that may just in general be wanting to learn what it is they need to do to build little firmer foundations for themselves. Sometimes with the number 7 energy, we do have a little bit of sometimes being very potentially misunderstood by our partners, again, because of that need to connect, but then pull away to retreat. It's to recharge your number 7 energy, right? It's not a game. So that can sometimes be something that once you are aware of that energy about yourself, you could easily explain it to somebody and probably save yourself a lot of problems. So we do have a new offer of something of an emotional nature with the Page of Cups. I feel like it's a communication coming through. Somebody may be actually saying, hey, I really have feelings for you, or I would like to be in a relationship with you. There also may be somebody involved who is a water sign. This could be, a younger person. I'm feeling as a strong energy with a younger person, somebody like maybe in their 20s. And They could be like Pisces, Cancer person. Um, I feel as if there may be a newness to this, where it could be a new relationship entirely. For some, it may just be like, maybe it's not something that's brand new, but this might be the new aspect of it where somebody's saying, look, this isn't just something I'm casually doing. I definitely have feelings for you in this situation. We have couple major arcana cards here. The magician is an energy associated with people that sometimes have a number one prominently featuring in their numerological chart, life path, or day force. That can come about as a result of a lot of numbers. So, see what applies or not. But number one, number 19, number 10, number I'm trying to remember. If I think of it, I'll throw it out there. But it could also just be somebody with a life path one where all the digits of their day, month, and year add up to it. But there's a strong energy of somebody who has the potential to make almost anything happen for themselves. If you look at the energy of the magician card, first of all, there's that infinity symbol hanging over his head like a halo. And there's a real sense of, just as I said, being able to manifest almost anything you want. This could be your energy, or this might resonate with somebody you're attached to. Um, this person is just coming through with a very strong energy of saying, I'm going to make this happen. So I feel like there's a strong energy in charge of it. It could even be somebody with like a fire sign, even though that isn't automatically associated with that magician. I'm just getting that intuitively. I feel as if there is absolutely no guile to this person. They're just a strong energy, kind of like a magnetic energy, but they are not only able to say, I'm going to make this happen. I'm, just really going for this. Or this could be your energy as well. But I also feel in this case, like this person may be able, this might be something destiny charted, I'm kind of feeling too, because this person is maybe coming into your life or you going into theirs with a reason, with there's more things to be put in place in your life other than just your romantic situation. So again, I have the Eight of Wands over here. I feel very strongly like there's going to be something communicated. I feel like it has to do with a proclamation of love. I think there's a heavy love interest situation in this case. Now, that being said, that gives you or someone else like a new idea, right? It gives somebody pause for thought. It's a chance to do it again, I'm hearing. It's almost like with this page coming in or in this offer of love, that there is the potential for like thinking your way through this and doing it right. I kind of get an energy of somebody too. This to me has a lot of seven energy attached to it, where somebody is trying to be very mindful. When being mindful is good, right? Because you're focusing on what is at hand, but you also may have a little bit of a fear of kind of fudging something up, so to say. So you want to be careful that you're doing things in a way that maybe is different than you've done in the past, because you're kind of recognizing the sincerity of this Page of Cups energy. So I like the next card. Again, the Magician and the Hermit are in line with each other in the sense that, one energy is feeding off the other here. And this could be a Virgo person, but more importantly, the energy attached to that is recognizing that, all things are possible. You can make anything happen, but you definitely have to go within, light your inner lamplight, connect with your inner wisdom, which is, for the record, always about finding your own personal light and tuning into your intuition. It is the thing that will lead you. And I do see the Ace of Swords and the Hermit facing each other. Not that the sword has a face, but I feel like maybe better way to put it is the Hermit is really looking at that sword, and there's this crown of glory at the top, and you see stuff falling here. I feel like it's old things like being shot away and that desire. But I also see his lamplight from the Hermit card shining down on that thought, if you look at this side of the sword, it's all illuminated, and the other side is the dark side of it. And I feel like you have to be open. Like, don't panic is the message. Like, don't feel like you're going to automatically screw things up because you may feel like you have um, let opportunities slip away from you or self-sabotage or whatever you want to call it in the past. Let your inner lamplight guide you. Like, let that hermit energy going within. Whenever you're uncertain, go within and ask, and the way will be illuminated. You don't have to think so hard on it and plot it out. This also will be something that you can share with a partner too, to say, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is a great vehicle for communication so that you're not misunderstood, especially because this hermit card has a contemplative, quiet, going within type energy that is very associated with number sevens, where they pull away and need like that silence and solitude. That's great. Just remember that this energy can lead to loneliness if you don't open yourself up. Now, we do have 10 of Pentacles reversed, so I see a potential for a really content situation. It just very much like the bottom of the deck, where like this card is saying, like, how can I reach this? That potential is there, but I also, with the Pentacles, I feel like the message is you're going to have to work at it. I feel like you're going to have to work harder at this than anything else, because the interpersonal relationships don't always come as easily to you as the great, quiet, contemplative inner hermit energy does, right? So you don't want to overthink it, but at the same time, you have to be patient that with work, this energy will come in. And a 10 is like a full, everything reaching its fruition. I also think that may be connected. I told you that this person could have like a birthday or some number attached in their profile, like a 1 or a 10 or a 19, or trying to think if there's another one, 28. Also, 2 plus 8 is 10. In numerology, there's this tendency to add double digit numbers and then re-add them again until you've arrived at a single digit. So again, you could have a potential suitor who is capable. I'm seeing a 10 here, so maybe that 10 is the connection, but they're really capable of being that person with which you can reach that, stable family situation, but you're going to have to put in the work. So I'm going to pull an angel card as an oracle to give you a little guidance regarding the situation and how to proceed. Pull from the middle of the deck. And we have overcoming difficulties. And the face of the card says, this is a message coming from Archangel Jeremiel. The worst is now behind you, and you are surmounting any previous challenges. I feel strongly for somebody in particular that there may be an essence of being curious about angel energy, somebody who may feel like angels are communicating with them, somebody who may be upon waking or, coming out of sleep, or just as they're falling off, they might be sensing like color orbs, things like that. I am trained through mediumship and tarot through Ivy League Psychic Academy based in Buffalo, New York. Ivy Rivera is the owner and operator of that wonderful place. And that is a great place to take one of my favorite classes ever. If you are anywhere in the world, you can latch onto this class digitally. It is called Coffee with Your Angels. It is one of the most beautiful classes, but also it will answer every question you have about angel energy for someone. I am going to read the oracle in depth that goes along with this overcoming difficulties for the person that this message is for. I feel like there may be a lot of relationshipy stuff in general for my number sevens on the 7th at this time. So again, the worst is behind you. This overthinking, I feel like, is really connected to that. The challenges you faced have made you stronger and have taught you new lessons. Instead of becoming bitter, you've opened your heart with compassion toward people in similar situations. You've let go of blame or feelings of victimhood. This is why you're now overcoming your previous challenges. Your positive outlook is attracting a loving solution and new situations at a higher level of spiritual understanding. There's that hermit energy. Stay positive. So don't get caught up in feeling as if, if you've been misunderstood before, don't get caught up in feeling misunderstood now. New person, new situation, and most importantly, new mental mindset and outlook coming from you. In terms of working with Archangel Jeremiel, his name means mercy of God. And when you call upon him, he delivers mercy to your soul and to anyone involved. So they will guide you to act in loving ways, keep a merciful outlook. Remember, the other person coming into the situation too comes with their own little set of baggage, shall we say. Everybody has it. So overcome those difficulties within yourself and for the other person as well, helping them. So good luck to you. So we're going to move on then to our next number 7 in the situation, which is people born on the 16th. Again, 1 plus 6 is 7. And again, very, the energy is the same for number 7s. I feel like some people born on the 16th may have had more of an opportunity, or I should say they seek out more opportunities to try to find balance within themselves, to balance out their people time versus their private time. Again, if you're trying to understand someone, a spouse, a child, a coworker, that's the other advantage, by the way, with the day force number knowledge. You don't need a lot of in-depth information about a person to be able to sort of get a little snapshot of what they're like. When you're starting a new relationship or trying to navigate the way of trying to help a child be raised to be their highest and best, having these little snapshots about their approach to life and their way of being is really, really important. Again, there's such an energy possibly of being misunderstood. And I think the friends born on the 16th, again, they just have to navigate and find that balance between me time and social time, because that me time is all about regenerating, recharging, so that you can come out again, put on your game face, and do it all over again every day. Whoops, I've got to get a card. Now this is interesting because it didn't just flip, it fell. So hold on a minute. Yikes almighty. So it really went down under. And it isn't just one. So let me show you what they are, because interestingly enough, the Temperance card is a card I was sort of envisioning as I was getting ready to do this reading. It showed up here in the reverse. Now, this is really interesting because this really doesn't connect so much numerologically, but there is a real sense of reciprocity and balance. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put all 3 of these back into the deck. I'm going to shuffle again, and I'm going to see what comes out. It's meant to be, it will. So let's get a little spread going for our 7s born on the 16th. What do they need to know? We ask you kindly, Spirit, so that we can, go off and live our lives in this next week, especially for our best and everyone else's, but also to understand. I feel like there's somebody who's just dying to understand somebody better in their life. So we have a bottom of the deck, which is 6 of Swords. Again, does not seem to connect numerologically, but it may be connecting ideologically, because the first thing I thought of was this is a card that is attached to me very strongly. It is my zodiac lesson card. That's something I'm teaching a little series of classes through the Ivy League Psychic Academy right now. We just began the last one a week ago. We'll have another one tomorrow night, running Tuesdays for 6 sessions, and it's called Tarot Talk. And you can learn more about your zodiac lesson card. This may be a zodiac lesson card for someone in this picture. It's an energy of moving away from more troubled times into, clear sailing, so that there's a real protective energy to it too. This may involve somebody who literally physically is, trying to push their way through and help with a child in need, but there also is that energy of just protectiveness in general. We'll see how this works out. It is heavy sword energy, so there also may be somebody who is an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. We'll see how this pans out. Let's see what we have, though, interestingly enough, for 7s born on the 16th. A lot of communication going on today. This is very interesting. So the spread starts with 8 of Wands. I feel like, that is a card of very rapid, intense communication. I said in another video today that sometimes this is a reputation as being the text message card. What I see is a specific scenario in which someone is receiving communication. It could even be direct. It could be blunt, direct communication. It could be face-to-face communication, not necessarily digital. And I almost feel like there is somebody who is going to be sharing information, again, this very blunt message, and it might be something that is coming about as a result of that person having overcome some, obstacle in their life. They're kind of coming over the other side of the mountain, so to say, of having seen all that was behind them. And the message that they're offering is going to seem startling, and you're going to be like, okay, this person was pretty direct, almost, if it wasn't, I feel like it's well received. It isn't perceived as rude. It might be because that's who it's coming from. If a stranger said it to you, you'd say it's rude, but it's resonating and it's striking an emotional chord. And as it does so, it also is one of those times when you do like Scooby-Doo ears, like, ooh, I heard that, like that's coming through. And when it resonates, it's delivering a sense of calm and peace. And of course, it seems like that is something that this bottom energy of the deck is being strived for at this point. The next card we have is 6 Pentacles reversed. So this could involve somebody who was either a former boss in a situation, or somebody who had a little bit of a leadership role in your life, and they may have been in charge of mediating out how money is allocated, or how things are stabilized by making decisions, who's going to get the attention at this point or whatever. And I feel like this has great potential in a personal relationship. This person has potential to really create or help to create a very stable home and relationship environment. It may have long-lasting effect on, multiple generations, like even generations to come. I'm kind of getting like a mediator in even a law guardian legal situation. But I also feel like it might be the result of an intervention. So people have interventions with people for a lot of reasons. And sometimes it could be something on a simple level of, parents in a situation sitting down with a child who they feel like is veering down a path they don't care for. So they want to put a quick stop to this and figure things out. but it also could be somebody truly in a legal situation where there's a capacity for offering some stability in the lives of a child and family members. So there's also a new offer of an emotional nature, an outpouring. I feel like this is like an outpouring coming from deep within somebody's heart, and it is offering an emotional release. I'm kind of seeing for like 5 people. I'm feeling like there may be quite a few people who are going to benefit from this. It's going to have a very peaceful release. I think it is directly related to this communication, this blunt face to face. But I also think, again, I said it was related to 5 people, and I'm getting a repeat of that here with this 5 energy and the 5 of Cups. And there may be a sense of loss for some. Some in the situation are going to view this as completely like, oh, all is for nothing. Like this was just wasted time. If this is in regards to like, you know, a personal life situation, say, people that had a child together or children together, and now, they're going their separate ways and the family is being reconstructed. There may be somebody involved who sees this as a complete and total loss, wherein and is unaware of the blessings that are still in store, and maybe they just have yet to be recognized. There also could be somebody in the situation who is just straight up going to feel depressed. Now, this energy could be you or someone else involved. And if it is you, use this as an opportunity to go within. Sometimes when we have those dark nights of the soul experiences, things like that, that is a good time to go within and start with 10 steps of I would say 10 proclamations of gratitude to get you to focus on more than what you've lost, but what you have to gain. And I think I'm getting a message too that it's you that can decide whether those waters are turbulent or run smoothly in front of you. Now, we have a major arcana card following the judgment card, and I do feel there may be a literal judgment or proclamation involved where someone is finding news. It could be about a child custody case or a divorce or other type of domestic settlement, shall we say, in which someone is the deciding factor in a potential outcome. But also, I feel like there's a call to go within to hear more, see more, be receptive to more. And I also feel in some cases, like this is a reminder that, it isn't ever a case of all is for naught. It is a case that, good things come to those who wait sometimes. And there is a flow to everything. You just have to be open to hearing it. And it's interesting how I said about the temperance. I wonder if like this little angel that reminds me of the temperance card. But this is connected to a 2 energy because 10, we have 10 and 10 with the Roman numerals. That's 20. 2 plus 0 is 2. This information is for people to act as partners. I'm getting a strong sense that people need to remember to partner up in this situation and to not be focused on like themselves only, but to be a part of everything. So if there's a situation too in which you feel like you've been misunderstood or misheard or misinterpreted, like I feel like too, this is a reminder that now is the time to speak up. Like don't just keep it within, share it because it could make a difference. So I want to do a little pull from the Light Seers Tarot. It can be read just as a regular tarot deck is, with very different graphics though. Beautiful, as you will see. But also there is an oracle book that comes with it, so I'll be reading that message. So I'm going to pull from the middle for this. And we have 7 of Wands. And in this card, man, she's just going within and she's being very contemplative. Notice there's a 7 energy, which matches your energy. And this is a real potential for going within and being able to find what is going to light your fire. I feel very strongly that there is an energy that this is a call for you to increase your connection with spirit in whichever way is meaningful to you, but to get more in touch with that side, especially if you feel like you've been pulled away due to strife or problems or just forgetting to connect with that side. Um, I get a strong feeling too, like somebody would benefit maybe like from Reiki or something like that to get like chakra balancing so that you're able to effectively like communicate from the heart and to communicate from a place of feeling stable and secure. I'm going to read the oracle that goes with the 7 of Wands cards. So again, this is interesting because this is all about going within and caring for yourself. And the light seer part of this card, the words that are associated with our challenge, grounding and protecting yourself, movement and growth, creative innovation, remaining ahead, feeling vulnerable, and a sign to continue to share your ideas and self-expression. I told you the judgment card was really all about like, now is your time to speak up if you feel that something has been misunderstood or misconstrued. Now, on a shadow side, this could involve a feeling of needing to defend yourself or being attacked again, or being misunderstood, a need to create energetic boundaries, lack of preparation, giving up. We don't want anybody giving up. So, in a situation in which you may be facing some strife and even feeling of conflict, here's a message. Haters, they'll emerge only after you've made it to your perch, whipping their wands about and asking you to defend your accomplishments. Sometimes competition emerges as a result of shining brightly in the world. If you're feeling attacked after sharing your magic, it's important to remember that others likely want what you have. So stand up bravely and continue to do your beautiful thing. Mindfully call feelings of love and well-being into your body and create a protective bubble of energy around you. Remain synchronized and aligned with your bright vision and reject any low vibe, negative states that others may be pushing. You don't have to accept their opinion as truth, especially when they are vying for your position. Check to make sure you are acting in a way that is aligned with your highest values. And when you know you are, don't let anyone stop you from achieving your dreams. And an affirmation is, I am deserving of this success and I will bravely shine my light into the world. So there could even be a situation in which something goes more favorably for you than another person's energy involved in this, and they may be envious of that. So keep that affirmation in mind, and best of luck to you. Okay, so we're going to move on to our other number 7. So let's see here. Just do a little shuffling and talk about what's next. So I'm kind of feeling like there's a situation, and this might involve people with 17 energy as well as 26 or 25 rather. Now, we were just talking about a couple people that we actually knew here that have that 25-day force. But we'll get to that in a second. Let's see about 17. I keep saying that, and it's really 16. Sorry. We're doing 7 energy, 16th of any given month. I don't know if we have an 8 energy that's kind of colliding with this. That could be very interesting. We also got 8 energy in the room here as I'm taping. So here we go. Let's see. I'm going to shuffle. Once like this. I'm going to cut them and see what Spirit has in mind for this number 7 on the 16th. hand this out. Oh, interesting. So, Ten of Pentacles is on the bottom. This carries a strong earth energy. It's also a card that's very much associated with kind of like having a real strong family unit and a lot of stability there. Um, there's a lot of great potential with this card for a lot of things to go this way. It doesn't even always have to be like a family or home life. It can affect you in the business world or whatever. Strong stability with it, but also of kind of like reaching that pinnacle of a success. So let's see what we have here. So we have Ace of Cups, which involves new beginnings, usually of an emotional nature. There may be a new love situation here for somebody that just came in out of the blue, or it might be a cathartic moment for somebody, like an emotional release. And there might also just be a situation where somebody is shining a lot of compassionate new love offer here. Um, we have the Hermit too. And again, I feel like that is something that there could be a little Virgo energy involved here because we do have a lot of pentacles and Virgo's an earth sign. But also the Hermit is very much, even I always think about it when I think of number sevens because of your likelihood to go within and to also be like a questioner, a deep thinker, an analyzer. I feel like there may be a situation in which somebody is deeply examining themselves as well as another person in a situation to just kind of discover what there is to discover. I feel like there's real tremendous star power involved with that. That can be a path for success, you know, taking you along a path of success. But I also feel like that extreme going within can be a way that you can turn yourself away from people who are like knocking on your door, trying to offer love. There could be a Pisces energy associated with this or any other type of water sign. I'm getting like a strong Pisces Cancer connection. At any rate, the problem is though, if they're offering you something and you have your back turned all the time, you're always turned away in deep contemplation, this can be the beginning of people not really connecting. It's almost like you're both trying to do the same thing. You're both trying to shine something or show something and offer something, but your ways of doing it are very, you know, different. So there has to become a common ground. Now, this also could be a situation for some in which there's been a lengthy period of isolation with one person withdrawing even from a situation when they've done nothing but try to offer emotional support, love, kindness. And this may even be a little intentional because this may be a signal that we're time to move on. That number nine energy also has an energy of like getting, you know, finalizing things and completion of a cycle. And I do see a situation in which you or somebody else involved in the situation is definitely feeling the cold shoulder. They're feeling left out of the situation. Now, this could be for a couple of reasons with different people. Again, this could be a reading for a lot of people, right? So I feel as if for some people, they're just feeling shut out. Like, I've tried and I've tried and I've tried, I'm hearing, but no matter what I do, I'm always getting the cold shoulder treatment. And this may lead some people to saying, you know what, it's time to step away. I'm looking in another direction now. I'm going to be moving toward, it's almost like they've learned some lessons from this to say, you know, I'm searching for something else at this point in time. But I also feel in some cases with that Five of Pentacles energy that this person might, this could even be you. Like if you're doing this hermity stuff, you could be pulled away so much that you feel like this is leading you to whether it is with the same person in a relationship or with a potential new suitor, or future partner, it's kind of like this dark isolation that leads you to say, hey, what else is there? Like, I need to look beyond here. I got to pull myself out of this. It could almost have a depressive quality to it. So I do see possibly a Gemini involved in the situation because of the Lovers card, but also just like a destiny charted soulmate or karmic partner type of interaction. The difference would be that, like, and this doesn't even always have to be in a love situation. Could be any type of relationship, even between friends. Um, but this has an energy with it of, again, feeling very destiny charted. But with the soulmate energy, it feels more like that you're finishing each other's sentences, and there's that instant knowing and an instant connectedness, or feeling like you've known each other forever when it's really not been a long time. Whereas with a karmic partner, there may be some storms involved, and there may be some troubles along the way. So we'll have to see which this is, depending on who you are. Now, there could be an Aries person involved. We've got the Emperor. We have two major arcanas here, three here. So this kind of tells me this could be like real turning point business in a person's personal relationship life. This could be, as I said, an Aries energy. It is in the upright, so I'm getting like a real strong sense of somebody coming into their own, taking ownership, and really feeling very in charge, industrious, capable of creating stability for themselves. For some people, I'm kind of getting a feeling like this emotional, compassionate appeal or interest that's shown is falling on deaf ears with this Hermit energy. There might be a sense of having outgrown a person or situation, so that it's time for completion of a cycle and starting anew. This definitely has quite a stabilizing force. I almost feel like this is how a person could come into reaching their greater potential, and it might involve a new soulmate or karmic partner. Again, the ultimate goal, though, I feel in mind, is this stability within a situation. So let's pull an angel card and see what we get as an oracle message for this situation. All right, so let's see what we have for our friends on the 16th. Remember who you are. Archangel Michael, you are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God, and you're very loved. So let's take a look at what the extended message is. I think that is something, too, in our day and age when we are feeling like either people are bashing us or we're bashing ourselves, or we're up against all these things. It's something to remember that, you're loved by powers higher than anything that's going on here on earth. So the additional message is that you're made in the image and likeness of your creator. So you embody aspects of all those qualities. Your inner divine light, that's this Hermit energy here, is pure and bright in truth, and no mistakes can undo God's handiwork of true perfection. Don't be afraid of your power, your magnificence, or your wisdom. When you succeed, you inspire others, and when you change your life so that it's more aligned with your interests, you inspire others. Be powerful, be magnificent, and this is who you are. And remember, Michael's name means he who is like God, and he emanates strong power and strength. He's one to be called upon if you're feeling like forces of the dark. He's a protector, and you can ask him to enter your dreams, clear away fears or any blocks that are keeping you from enjoying your life and living to your highest potential. But keep going within and keep moving forward if you're feeling very strongly that something has reached its completion. That darkness sometimes leads us to a new path that is more where we're supposed to be. And remember, it isn't just about us. Like, sometimes we free ourselves up, and in turn, we free somebody else to go off and live out their karma in another way with other people. And it doesn't always have to be a sadness associated with that. So best to you. All right. Lots to contemplate there. And moving on to friends with a birth date the 25th of any given month. I ask that Spirit shine some light for these people. As I'm even starting to shuffle, I'm kind of getting a sense of somebody coming in and really needing some guidance, like multiple areas of their life. And I almost feel like they have been resisting that going within that is so inherent with this number, that they've kind of poo-pooed it and pushed it aside for trying to, like, I feel like they were encouraged in the past to live more in the here and now and the real world. And as a child, they might have been a dreamer, they might have been somebody who got caught up in that. And again, it's about striving for balance. So now I feel like things are happening that are making them question that, and that they're wanting to get a little deeper meaning in their life. So let's hope this reading casts a little light on the situation for them. All right. So what do we have from Spirit for our friends born on the 25th? So the bottom of the deck shows the Ace of Cups, new beginnings, new offer of love, new emotional release. I feel very strongly for some people that they're looking for a deep sense of peace. They're looking for, how do I get it? And I also feel very strongly like that release is coming, given following guidance, that is offered. So if the universe is offering you a hand, please take it. All right, so let's lay out some cards for our friends on the 25th and see what we have. All right, so starting things out, we have the Six of Wands in reverse. We do have a little bit of everything here. We have Wands, Swords, Cups, and Pentacles. So this is an all signs type of reading for sure in terms of astrology. There may be someone who has felt as if I'm hearing like lost their seat on the throne. Like they felt like at one point they had it all, that things were always going their way, that things were very much like people look to them to say, gosh, he or she has it all. They always seem to get, they have the good relationship, and they have, like this person in their life who truly loves them, and they have a lot of things that people would want. Oh, they're like owning their own business and making their own hours. And yeah, they've had a couple things difficult in life, but by and far, almost everything they have, like people look to them and say, gosh, that's what I would like. Except something is happening to where maybe not like there might be the unseen, because this is an energy of someone who doesn't tell everybody everything, and they keep some things to themselves, and they try very hard to look stable. Not that they're unstable or mentally or whatever, but they try to present with stable emotions so that like they could appear stoic, or they could just appear very like, yeah, okay, well, yeah, I've been going through a string of bad luck, or yeah, I've been having some hard times, but you know what are you going to do? You wake up every day, you got to move on. But they also may, in terms of the universe, I feel like this is so like the universe calling you. I feel like they may have had more than their share of sorrows. And it is getting to the point where one after another, where they used to be looked to and admired so much, now they're going, oh my God, what's going on here? But the universe is trying to offer you something. They're trying to give you a break. The universe is trying to offer you peace and calm and freedom from your anxiety. It's great to go within. It's great to keep things to yourself. It's great to mull them over and try to present it as stable. But the bigger issue is that you can't do that at the expense of not getting rid of all of your stress and you can't keep things pent up inside. The universe is trying to offer you calmness, and they're saying to you, like, no matter where you feel you are right now, I'm almost getting like an analogy. Like, I don't even know this story, but this story is coming to me. I feel like it's from like a Christian Bible. And there may have been somebody who was sitting under a tree, like they were part of a crowd, and they pulled themselves away from the crowd, not feeling that they deserved or belonged anymore. And the universe, which is kind of like that God energy, is coming in and saying, no, 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 I'm going to take care of you. And if you've never acknowledged that fully, or you've been around people that have caused you to, like, I don't know, like have more of like a agnostic approach to things where there isn't a real strong belief system, like they're saying, take a sip from this cup. Your belief system is going to come back, and it's going to create a situation in which I can offer you some calm and some peace in exchange for all your woes. Okay. Now, there is a little bit of a situation where this may cause you a little bit of inner conflict. It may even cause you some external conflict, because you may need to find that inner voice to start speaking up to somebody you even love and care for very greatly, who is really like preaching disbelief or discrediting things that are of a spiritual nature. And I think what you are coming to terms with is that is part of your nature. So, as loving as this person is, and as much of a person that you intend to still have in your life, expect there to be a little conflict as you start to, and it is a free will choice to do so, but it is in your best interest to speak your truth and tell them, like, this is just part of my nature. My nature is contemplative. I'm seeking, I'm analyzing things. I do always want to know the whys. Like, don't get mad at me for wanting to know why this has happened to me at this time, or why these series are there, or what am I supposed to learn from it? That's my job. That's like who I am. And, if you have a different belief system, that's fine, but don't lord over me with it. Like, let me do my own thing, and don't let this be the thing that creates a division between us. Let it just be me expressing myself, which again, all sevens would do well. Division between us. Let it just be me expressing myself, which again, all sevens would do well to do. So I feel, given that advice, there will be a sense of restored strength. This could be for a Leo person. This also is something that I'm just hearing will take you forever. And I'm feeling very like warm and emotionally happy about this, because it's like the key to you getting your strength back into feeling like you can go from this Six of Wands in reverse to the upright and feel, and I guess it's not even a word about worrying what other people think of your life, but it's about like what you think of your life and what you are offering. But I also feel you have a lot more to offer than you even realize, regardless of gender. There's a King of Pentacles energy coming through. There could be, an earth sign person associated with this: Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. I feel like more Virgo for some reason, but I feel like there's this potential to be um, feeling stable in every way, like emotionally, like your life is going to be more fruitful and have more promise for you and more potential good outcome than it would if you were denying what your God power or the universe or whatever you want to call it, it doesn't matter to me, wants to offer you. It's about belief in something bigger than yourself. And it starts with belief in something bigger than yourself, and it results in you becoming the biggest, best self you can be. So when there's conflict, go within. Whether this is inner turmoil, stress, anxiety, fears, I feel like somebody is worrying always, like, oh my gosh, what if this happens? What if this happens? What am I going to do? I've gotten myself into this scenario and I just don't know how. And again, this comes with this questioning, deep, intensely analytical, intellectual mind that sevens possess. But the reality is that when you're feeling that conflict within, or whether it's a conflict with belief systems with people and expressing yourself about it, the answer is go within. That's where your stability, your safety, your connectedness to having all four tent poles into the ground is going to come. I think that through those letting it, and I'm also hearing like when you're hearing thoughts that are other than your own, it's because that's where spirit is trying to affect your higher mind and be a part of it. But you have to be willing to let it in. I also feel like there needs to be some contemplative mindfulness practices in store, that rather than relying just on perhaps things like antidepressants or other medications that have been prescribed by well meaning physicians. And I cannot prescribe or diagnose or talk about any of, you know, a diagnosed illness, but you may be finding that your mindfulness, contemplative, meditative practices help with easing those symptoms. They could work in conjunct with those medications, or they may make those medications not as necessary in your life. Um, so let me pull something from the Light Seers Tarot as a overall guidance for you, with an oracle message for you at this time. I feel like you're being really called to go within and discover who you have always been, but develop this side. I think for a long time, there have been people that have convinced people not to develop this side. I'm going to look to the bottom. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so more of that higher end of providing stability and security. It can start with the mental, and it can also end up affecting you in your entire prosperity, including your finances. So let us see what the Late Seers Tarot book says about Queen of Pentacles. So, Queen of Pentacles. I enjoy my deeply connected life, and I lead it with an outpouring of warmth, abundance, and love, is the affirmation. She looks like that too. She looks like she's an outpouring of everything good. This self-made queen reminds you to step into abundance by shifting any shadows you're holding on to around wealth and security. You are safe. Pay attention to your finances to level up your money game and give yourself permission to rise into the upper ranks. This is a positive message of creature comforts and happiness, and this earthly medicine ushers in a life well lived in the material world. Connect with nature to find your calm, healing, and rooted power, and harness the abundance that's available to you by bringing groundedness to your situation, aka meditation, mindfulness practices. Shower others with warm blessings from a charitable heart, as loyalty, family, and community are themes at this time. Your nurturing and down to earth approach will give stability and support to those in your life. Don't overextend your energy and avoid enabling others by overmothering them. They must learn to walk on their own. Bring your own self worth and guidance and your glorious, powerful love. So, no need to be feeling misunderstood or having your messages conveyed, but I feel like this is a time for you going within, and I wish you all the best. All the best to all my number sevens, and have a blessed rest of your day.